Yo, what's up, fellas? It's your boy, Big Al. I'm back again. It's the first time I've been in the basement since the raffle. I sent the stuff out to you guys out there. I hope you guys like it. I plan on doing another raffle, but don't tell nobody. I might do another raffle soon. But in the meantime, I wanted to share the progress on my SD70M Union Pacific Phase II flared radiators. It's coming along nicely, actually. I like it a lot. I'm taking my time at it because I want to get it just right. So I want to share that. I want to talk about airbrushing, talk about where to buy an airbrush, and 10 techniques to weathering. I think that's very important, so I'm going to explain that here, and everyone get their pens ready, just so you can write down. There are 10 really techniques to weathering. So when you sit down to begin to try to weather a model, you look at these 10 techniques there, and I think that's where it begins, and you can decide at that point how the model's going to come out. Alright, so let's start with checking out the SD70M. Alright, so here it is. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, I painted it. The colors need to be painted. I did this with the airbrush. I added the details that it needed, like the MU cables and the cut lever. This is the plow that's going to go up, obviously. The brass tread right here. I'll put that all around. And here's something I was telling you guys about before. On the Phase II SD70Ms, there is no panels up here. No door panels. There's none at all. So basically on this one I had to cut them off and sand it down, and this is what I have here. It's actually just flat. So I wanted to make that, modeled as well. This is the 4-panel flared radiators again. I had to put eye bolts down there. That hasn't been painted yet, but it will be. On the rear of that as well, I added the details to it. I still have to super detail it with the kit, but this is how it's looking so far. How's that looking, fellas? I like it. It's looking hot, but I'm taking my time to get this right. Also, these are the decals that will be applied to it to the original number. And I want to share this. I just got 5 of these. There's a seller on eBay, and I think this may have cost me about $10 for 5 of them. They need to be painted, and I have all the other parts for them. But it's not a bad deal. I paint them all, and patch them all up. I want to share the airbrush with you guys. This is it right here. This is the kit where it comes with. The airbrush, 2 bottles, the hose, the adapter, another little cup for spraying and stuff, and this is a little hanger for it. This is mad easy to get. I got it from a company called Anytime Tools on eBay, and this right here was just $34. This is what it looks like when you have it. This is a double action too, so you kind of spray down and pull back. So this is the air going down, and this is the paint, giving you good control. The front of this thing is just clipped, and it comes right off, and that's what it looks like. So when you guys, this is a message basically for everyone out there. When you go to the hobby shop and then you see the airbrush there and it says Badger or something like that, I'd be shocked too. The shit says like $120. Like, what the hell? What the heck's this thing do? You don't need that. I've been using this one right here. It works mad good. It's like a professional airbrush. All you're doing is weathering. You might do a little bit of painting, but all you're doing is weathering, so it works perfectly. $34. Anytime Tools, eBay. Alright? Check that out. So that's that. I also wanted to share, as you guys know, I went on a rail fan trip, and I took a whole bunch of pictures, and a whole bunch of the pictures that I've taken in the videos, I put them on discs, and I only have 10 here so far, but basically the first 10 people who want a disc is basically with all the pictures. And the cool thing about these discs right here is that you're going to get all the pictures of all the rusty covered hoppers and box cars and container cars. I took, detailed pictures of all that stuff. There's more than 600 pictures there. It's hot, what I'm saying? There'll be pictures of me hanging out like this, chilling and stuff. So you'll get that. There's only 10, like I said, so, I'm not going to burn any more, until a little while. But at least 10 of you guys get, if you guys really want it, I think it's good for weathering. That's why I took all the pictures, and I wanted to share it with everybody, well, 10 people at least. And the last thing I wanted to share is the weathering techniques. This is what I was talking about. these are like, they're the weathering options you can do to a model. And they're pretty simple. Once you learn what they are, pretty simple, alright? 10. This is what you would see in the models, typically, right? Paint fading with an airbrush. Now, all that basically is fading it down. So it looks, you know, obviously faded. And that's with an airbrush, or as I used to do before, I used a technique and painted it on and whatever. I'll get into details later. And then there's a logo fading, which logo fading is basically, you know, sanding down the logo so it looks like it's faded. And there's repatching, which of course you know what that is, you know, putting a patch over the old company. And then there's adding yellow safety stripes to the models because the newer ones have the safety stripes added to them. And of course graffiti, rust patches, dirt, grime, sand, and soot. And remember to do the truck and wheels weathering. You want to make sure you do that right there. I don't care how great the model is. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. If you don't do this, it's whack. Corny. Scratches, scuffs, and gouges. You can model those too. You know, you could take a X-Acto blade and, you know, scratch it and then put paint into that scratch and it's realistic. And then clean patches. That's another one I wanted to add there. Which clean patches are simple. It's basically what it sounds like. I showed the box car I did last week or whatever, and you seen it was a rail box and the clean patches. And the cool thing about that rail box I did, no bullshit, is that I was out on the rail fan trip, and I swear to God there was like 3 of them out there. I was like, yeah, I had it right here, you know. But the clean patches, you know, they clean off certain areas. So these are the 10 options that you can put into weathering a box car, covered hopper, locomotive, or whatever. So basically, when you weather something, you're going to sit there and look at this, and you're going to say, okay, what do I want to add to this model? You know, you decide that before you weather, and you say, okay, I want to fade it, then I'm going to add some graffiti with rust patches, and then some scuffs and gouges. That could be all you want to do. Or you can say, okay, well, I don't want to fade it, I want it to be brand new, but I want to repatch it with the new company, and then add a little bit of rust or dirt and grime, and then add yellow safety stripes, you know? So for something like this, I have to start from the beginning. I'll paint this one, and then I'll patch this one since I want to make it look like it was a older one that was bought out. So you look at these right here, you write these down, and there you have it. I'll hold it there for a second. Now listen, I'm not saying that this is the only way and these are the only choices you can do. These are 10 that I thought of in my head, you know, that really stand out. It's not my way, it's what we see. But if you can put that in your head before you weather a box car or whatever it is, you can get a better idea of what you're going to expect at the end of when it's done. You know what I'm saying? Rather than sitting there and just going on and see where you go. Once you decide before you start doing that, you get a better idea of where you're going to end up with the model. I think that's basically all that I really want to show right here, right now. I have a couple other things planned. Another thing I wanted to ask you guys out there is give me suggestions of what you want to see. Like, what techniques do you want to see? I've heard how to do roads. I wrote some down, but how to do roads, ballast and track. But I want some ideas put down below here, of course. And what I'll do is I'll start making videos of your requests down there. I think that's another good idea to do too. Some people want to see trains run. I'll, you know, request down there. You know, as I see the requests and stuff like that, I'll start making videos of that stuff. I think that's kind of important. I want to get feedback from other people of what you want to see. Maybe I'm not showing things you want to see. I don't know. But I want to make that out there for you, alright? Sometimes I'm at work, I do a little doodling too. I'll just show you this corny thing. This is just my little doodling right here, which is basically this way, and it would be right here. And this is my design plan. You know, I have a building with gas tanks right next to this track right here. Then the basketball courts over there. Just some doodling. Just wanted to share that. So I'm looking around my layout right now. There's really nothing much done differently. I would just like to say thanks for watching my videos. A lot of people like them, and you know, I like making the videos. It's mad fun. I want to hear feedback and do some more. I want to do some raffles later on, but on my time. I'm not going to do it on anyone else's time. It's on my time. As I said out there before, if you have some stuff out there that you don't want, you can send it to me. I'm not out to keep this shit, for real. If you send me a toothpick, I'm going to put that out and raffle it. That's kind of what I'm looking for. You know, people who do something like that because it's expensive. But we all have a lot of stuff that we don't need. So this is one of my longest videos now. So I'm going to wind it down by saying, peace out, fellas. Hope you've enjoyed it. All right? Take care.